Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
So, finally, Mr. BR Shetty is back in Dubai, specifically, I think Abu Dhabi. And many of the people who follow his news send me a message, hey, BR Shetty's come back. At first, I thought it was like, he's going to come back. He's not yet come back. No, man, my sources told me. I was like, oh, bloody hell, even you have sources. I was like, okay, fine. Oh, something fell down. Branch. Okay. So, you have sources. One guy even said, I think BR Shetty's come back. I said, Baba, you think and I think and everyone thinks. You give me something substantial. So, finally, what I decided is, I'll search. That's what we normally do. And lo and behold, in Daiji World, that is a website. By the way, the owner's name is Walter Nandalike or something. Mangalorean guy. I remember when I was in my 30s, 30, I think, no, not 30s, 20s. When I was in my 20s, you're talking of nearly 27 years ago, this guy had started a website called Daiji Dubai. Daiji is, I think, a very, some Mangalorean or Kannada word, Daiji Dubai. So he created a website for Mangaloreans. And this is pre-Facebook and pre-social media. Only Google was there, but it was not so widely used or anything. So he had the vision of creating Daiji Dubai, a news website, where he would give the local news of only Mangaloreans. Okay. Simple guy. And he was doing this as a pet project. Man, I'll tell you, nobody thought, even I didn't think that, forget me, nobody thought it would be global like it is today. From advertising to a very specific niche community of Mangaloreans. I know I'm digressing, but I'll tell you why. He just focused only on Mangaloreans, and they used to have their functions. Oh shit, look at the size of this spider. You will not be able to see it. It's so big. Lot of web. Okay, too much distraction, sorry. So, they used to organize these get-togethers and Indians have this thing, no? Where they like to show off within their communities. So the Mangalorean community of India was there in Dubai. Each one used to always show off, my dick is bigger than your dick. My car is bigger than your car. My wife is better than your wife. My children are smarter than your children. So people love to brag. So he used to give advertising slots. Advertise your company, advertise yourself, be a contributor, be a patron. This is even before anything like Patreon existed. So he used to take sponsorships. And that's how the website grew. And finally, he actually left his stable job, joined this full time, and then he moved to India. And today it's a global phenomenon. It's like a media house. Why I'm sharing this with you is the vision that he had. Just like BR Shetty, he also had a vision in the media field. And I didn't think, imagine me meeting him, I didn't take it seriously. I never thought this would work. And now today I'm a guy who uses the internet or social media. So it's ironic and funny. Anyway, so coming back to the news. So he always, this guy, this Daiji Dubai or Daiji World, editor, he always has his reporters who scoop up stories, exclusive ones. And they always have their watermark on the photographs to make sure that nobody uses them without giving them credit or whatever. So they had this photograph of BR Shetty with a very small group. They call themselves the Dubai Sangh, or it's I think it's like a Mangalorean term or Kannada term for group. So Abu Dhabi Sangam or Dubai Sangam. So there was a very small contingent there to welcome him, very small. So I realized, oh, okay, so this is legit. He's actually in UAE. So now the question comes, why? People will wonder why. There's a lot of speculation. Now I'll give you my analysis, okay? You can tell me if you think I'm right or wrong. Okay. Now let's understand this. What is BR Shetty's age? 80. Okay. At his age, at the age of 80, what do you have to prove? You don't have anything else to prove. You have lived a life. He's a business tycoon, a legend. Okay, even though at the end he messed it all up. But he's a legend. You can't discount his achievements. He started a concept from scratch and he made it a global phenomenon. If not, I guess, big as Amazon or whatever, but he made it global. In UAE, every single person in his era knew him. BR Shetty, like Lulu, Yusuf Ali. Okay, BR Shetty. And he obviously used to make sure that you'd notice him. Okay, that's why UAE Exchange was a powerhouse those days. Now it's Al Ansari Exchange or something. And every NMC, every UAE Exchange had his photograph, had him shaking hands with the Sheikh. Especially the most famous one was Baba Zayed, who was the founding father of UAE. Him putting his hand as a blessing for him. I don't know whether you could sponsor your way there but obviously through contacts and connections. He knew the big shots in Abu Dhabi. So he was a household name. So he has achieved business. He has achieved money like no one else's business. Even today, where they claim, okay, $1 billion loss, billions. 100% he has offshore accounts. He has property everywhere. I mean, the guy is not a normal guy. The guy is bloody genius. He's an intelligent thing. Now you must be saying, oh, now you're kissing his ass. I have to give both sides, yeah. It's not just, I don't have to hate on the guy. Let's appreciate what the guy has achieved. So, for a man who knows how to play with money, who knows how to multiply money, obviously he would have offshore accounts. Obviously he would have a lot of white money, black money, legally accounted for money, not so legally not accounted for money. I'm sure he must have, like you and me, ordinary people, we keep money for a rainy day. He would have kept billions siphoned off wherever. Okay. So he has achieved in terms of business. He has achieved in terms of money. And in terms of the name, he's known. Newspaper, articles, media. You can even check Wikipedia page. And then when you're talking of prestige, I mean, what more can you get than the Bharat Ratna Award, which I feel, I can be wrong, I feel, he got it because of influence, power and money. So he got the Bharat Ratna. That's why he wears that funny looking ribbon thing everywhere. It's like a small child trying to show, I got first place in singing contest. I guess if you and I won the Bharat Ratna, I don't know, maybe we'll also put it, I don't know where I'll put it. Okay, so he got the ribbon and fine. So he has done it all. Family, he has children from his wife, from somebody else also he has, apparently. So now what is left? You have all the money in the world. You had all the influence and power. Today maybe it's not as much as before, but If he wants, he can get it. Prestige, fame. He has met the who's who during his days. So now the question is, what is left at 80 years of age? See, at 80 years, this is what I feel. Okay? It's just your legacy that you want to leave behind. Many people are after this word legacy. They want to be remembered. And B R Shetty, being a very proud man, he is indeed a very proud man. And proud not in a bad way. Proud as a trait to survive, to prove to his critics. You need to remember that he got very unceremoniously kicked out of UAE. Okay? It was a very ugly thing. The whole world was laughing at him. His haters were very happy. I mean, even Al Jazeera came out with a documentary on his downfall. So he was named and shamed. So for him today, the thing that would be left, the incomplete chapter, the final chapter, would be to redeem his name, even if he is guilty, but to have a good name. And so, the first thing, step by step, you take it one step at a time, is to show, no, they didn't kick me out of UAE. I'm back in UAE. So fuck you guys. See, like even me, I left UAE. Okay, I left UAE. But the guys who don't like my content keep saying, oh, you got kicked out of UAE. I made it so many times clear. In 2011, my employer tried to put a ban on me, tried to falsify charges. And because he cancelled my visa, I had to leave UAE. Okay. So then he tried to make sure that I should not come back. So he put criminal cases, all that bullshit. You can do that. If you're in UAE, you can put cases if you have the power and influence. And that guy had the money. Why? Because I knew the truth about him doing fake degrees, selling fake courses, which he still does it to this day. Makes 1 million, almost 1 million dirhams per month. Malayali guy. Okay, he's still there. His business is still there. So he didn't want someone who could cause damage to him to come back. But I'm thankful that he didn't employ people to assassinate me. He could have easily done that in India. That he didn't do. I'm thankful for it. That's why I'm still alive. But he didn't want me to come back. However, given my contacts and connections, I was able to lift the so-called ban. I was able to remove and clean my record. And I came back. 2011, you can check the video on YouTube. Loy Machedo, 2011, suicide. So I thought I'd never come back. I came back. So after I came back, just like how B R Shetty now is doing, I wanted to redeem myself. But not redeem in the sense that, oh, fuck you, I've come back. No. I came back because I realized I don't have a life in India. I need to make money. UAE is the only place I can make money because I lived my entire 40 years of my life. That time 36. I might as well put my head down, swallow my pride, focus on making money. Turn of events, never expected. I appeared on TED Talk, Loy Machedo. You can search on Loy Machedo, TED Talk, UAE. I got selected for the Dubai, the most prestigious TED Talk that was in Dubai. I got selected for that. They assumed I would flop, but I didn't. Then I got selected for the Coca-Cola's viral ad that went up to 750 million viewers. It was you can search this on YouTube, no labels this Ramadan. Okay, it was actual footage of us being in the dark. Then I starred in a national documentary, a national TV channel. They tried to take it down, but I have the copy 24/7, 24.e, Loy Machedo interview, check on YouTube. So I appeared, and by luck, I resurrected my brand, and I made more money than I had made in all the 36 years of my life. However, I realized that time in UAE was ticking. That time they suddenly got this new Expo 2020 was the buzz, and there was talks about the tax, which was never there, value-added tax. So my prediction was UAE is moving towards higher cost of living, and I was going to be 40. I had to get out of UAE before that. Because remember, if you don't get out of UAE before the age of 40, you'll be stuck forever, especially our Asians, Indians. That's why many of them, after the age of 40, they will never leave UAE. They have to be kicked out of UAE. Or they have to be where their visa is no longer renewed. So I had to leave. Anyway, so that was why I came back. So now BR Shetty, why he came back? One is to tell everyone, you critics said I was banned and kicked out of UAE, fuck you, I've come back. So first, he wants to make his statement. The second, what I feel is, when you have stayed in a country for your whole life, you have memories, you have moments, you have people. You can't let go of all this. Nostalgia is a very powerful feeling. It's more like going back to your bitch. So, he built his legacy from being a guy with bell bottoms posing next to a car. I have his old photograph. To what he became. To be unceremoniously kicked out without saying your proper goodbyes. Hiding and running away. You want to do it properly this time. So he has come back. And yes, he would like to meet his old well-wishers or whomsoever is there. So that's one of the other reasons. I'm very sure, very, very sure, he will try to meet the old sheikhs, the old contacts. Unfortunately, even if he does meet, they're not going to publicly acknowledge, before when he would meet anyone, they would take photographs and put it in the media, newspaper. In today's social media age, people like to brag, oh, I'm meeting this guy. Like Andrew Tate, when he came, he met the Belhassa family. They showed him, people like to show, I'm with lions, tigers, and Lamborghinis and all that. So nobody is going to do this with BR Shetty. Why? Because his name is still smeared. Still has legal court cases on him. Okay. So yes, people may meet him because he's still rich. He still has the capacity to attract power. But they're not going to make it public. They'll keep it under wraps. Because, people at higher levels don't want their names to be associated with someone who has had a downfall. But it's where once upon a time, auditorium of 2,000 people, 6,000 people would introduce BR Shetty with, pomp and glory, and he was like a celebrity. Like when you get the minister of a country or a dignitary, people would stand up and give a standing ovation from being at that high watermark. He was with Narendra Modi during his campaign elections, and obviously Modi is not interested to make friends unless you are of very serious benefit to him. So he funded his campaigns or whatever. So from there, where thousands and thousands of people used to gather just to get a glimpse of a superstar, of a businessman, today he just has, like in that photograph, you had 4 or 5 people. So it's a shell of his former glory. Okay. And it's kind of sad, to be honest. I mean, it's like today when you're nothing and nobody cares. So yeah, it will hurt, but I'm very sure, he must be sitting and thinking wherever he is, how life was and how it is today. I'm very sure he'll go to all those old places where he was once a superstar, where he was once recognized, respected. He'll go to all those common, hangout joints and look. And that nostalgia hits you. You can't, you wouldn't understand it if you have not been through it. Like for me, when I think about Dubai, Man, I lived there 40 years of my life. Yeah, I spent from the small boy that I was. There's always the thing, oh, how would it be? How would that street be? How would these people? But as you grow older, you realize nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a damn. I visited my school, Sharjah Indian School, after, I think, 15 years. The first time I visited, everyone was like, oh, Loy, you were so small and now you become so big. But then subsequent visits, nobody gave a damn. That time I didn't have tattoos, by the way. I just had suit and all that. So I met my headmaster, Mr. Nair. The principal, Mr. Pillai, was not there. Only Sharjah Indian School people will know what I'm talking. 95 batch, 93 or 95 batch, yeah. So then when you meet them subsequently, people are busy with their lives. So maybe the first time people will be, oh, BR Shetty sir and all that. But eventually they'll be like, yeah, okay, BR Shetty, whatever. Now they'll be like, yeah, so how can I help you? Unless you're of some benefit to him. Yes, people will be humble because he's still a big guy, he's rich. But it's not going to be like before. What is he there for? That only he knows. Okay? That only he knows, whether it's health or whether it is, I don't know. But obviously he can't redeem himself. He can't buy back the business. Maybe he'll do some transferring of some funds here and there. Maybe he'll just ensure that everything is fine. And what I would have suggested, not that he'll take my advice, is, one is, I don't know why the hell you would want to go back, but like I told you, he wants to show like, fuck you. You thought I was kicked out. I came back. See, I'm the man. So his ego and, okay, he wants to prove a point. I'm very sure he would love to have one last photograph with Sheikh Mohammed or the Abu Dhabi Sheikh, which then that would be his redeeming gift, which I doubt, unless of course he gives 1 billion as donation, then they would say contributed to the benefit of society. He's a good man. Then maybe, yeah, fine, they'll take a photograph. Maybe even, I think $10 million. He can afford it. He still has money. But otherwise, I don't think Sheikh Mohammed or anybody would want to be associated with him. I don't think so. Sheikh Mohammed, he has billions of dollars. Abu Dhabi Sheikh, trillions. So maybe some small sheikh here and there. Can he clear his name legally? No, not possible. Would he be jailed? Is some people are asking me. I personally don't think he's going to be jailed, because even before if I were him or you were in his shoes, you would clearly check whether he could be jailed, couldn't be jailed, what were the risks. I'm sure, being such an intelligent guy, he would have done his homework. But can there be a possibility? Pretty sure. There can be a very strong possibility. Some new case, if someone powerful wants to put him in trouble, they can. That much understand. Remember, he is not on his home soil. He's in UAE. So a powerful Emirati local, very powerful one. If he wants to put him in trouble, he can. But I don't think they would want to do that. Unless, of course, there's some vendetta. What my prediction is, he will just complete the incomplete businesses that he has, or incomplete agenda, whatever he has in mind. To show a little bit of clout, maybe he'll go back and forth, India and UAE, and maybe participate in a few public events where, awards or donations or chief guest, or maybe he would like a one last hurrah where he's featured in the newspaper and, he just wants to show, see, I'm not destroyed, I'm still there, ha ha ha. Because remember, I told you, he's 80. If you and I are 80 years old, what the fuck we want to prove? Overall, I guess, he has another few more years to live. So, I guess he wants to live it with respect, knowing that he lived his life on his terms, which is pretty good. But I have to admire his I have to admire his unbelievable, I don't know if the right word is shameless or persistent obsession of wanting to, have the last laugh. So he is there with his old wife at 80. I just hope he accomplishes whatever he wishes, and hope no drama. If there is drama, then one more video is coming up. But if no drama, that means he's just trying to make his presence felt and trying to do whatever. But I'm pretty sure he will try to have a little bit of a positive PR, little bit of media appearances, some newspapers talking about him, something positive, because you don't want to leave a legacy knowing that you have been named and shamed like a Bernie Madoff. So overall, these are my takes. Very surprising, huh? Very surprising. Mr. B R Shetty, you proved everyone. That's my best expression that I can give you. The only expression. You can take a screenshot. See? Anyway, life, man, life. Anyway, let me know. Keep me updated. He anyway is not going to start another new business venture. He is not going to get NMC, New Medical Center back. He's not going to get UAE Exchange back. So, who knows? Maybe BR Shetty Charity Foundation Fund. Or maybe he'll go to the temple and show that he's praying to God. God. Okay? Mr. B R Shetty. Alright, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Alright, good, bad, ugly. This is me signing off. You guys take care. Ciao.